we'll go pew pew pew. Young, where you out? Oops, okay. We gotta get these lights. We broke something that was broken. What was broken? What fell? What are these called again? Ornaments? Oh, you ain't talking. Oh, not them. Like, I'm over here like, oh, you want those? I think it's 5, 4, 3, 6. So 4 and those 2. These 4 right here. Okay. And those 2 in the back. Okay. Just the smaller. I will aim to do so. Got you. My concern is one of the ones in the back, back here is, even though this is the same, even though it's the same on the same channel, it's not the same color. So I don't know what we did or what I need to do to fix that, but good. Because it's controlled right, and then we get a signal from here. But besides that, it won't even. Yeah, okay. Yeah, on how loud or whatever. Yeah, on how it sounds. Yeah. Mike. Now, that's hot. That's really, it's heavy here. But let me go over here. I wanna feel my feet shake. Okay, so the reason I feel it over there, which is fine. It's nothing you need to do. These are heavy because it's is loud. Okay, so I think we'll keep testing online so that we can just check whatever mic so that everything comes out straight. I love you guys. Be safe. Flying. Are y'all flying? Y'all flying out? Okay. That's, I understand, but I'm saying, like, I love y'all, and be safe, and I hope to see you soon. And then I can't wait till you get back, and then you have to deal with all this. Ooh, boy. All right, so this is really heavy here, but we won't need to hear here. My concern is those speakers. Test. No, it's still coming through. So let's just go this way. There we go. Now it's out. Now we don't hear any. Test. There's nothing on. These are low, but I can't. Okay, so here's the thing. I can't hear out of here. So in-house is by the little board. Turn that up. So then we can get some kind of volume through here and test to see, because so we do want sound coming. Even when this becomes the event center to, now I'm starting to hear myself, which is good. Once this becomes the event center, we want people to hear out there as much as in-house. So now in-house is what we'll miss with the board over there. So, which was weird because when Young was talking, I was messing with the mic on the small, on the what's the name of the small? The line 8. And if we can just hear everyone from here for it to be X loud, So they're working from here, which is good. And as far as us hearing ourselves, we're good. These are just loud, so I unplug these, which are fine. So these, but I would say we got to get an even sound and figure out why this one, it's either the line or the speaker. And I don't know what it is, but if we switch out the lines from there, which we'll get to that later. So these are fine. So we're good with this. We'll try to go through and test the mics, not mics. We'll go through all the mics and see how loud something is. But if they can't hear themselves, that's okay, because then they're not fighting with their own voice. And I think we'll be all right, because everybody got different pitch levels of hearing. You got different pitch levels. He's got different pitch levels. Everybody's pitch level different. But you know, the thing is when we tested, we didn't test no mic. When we went to the leadership meeting, Pastor was asked to pray over, I guess, when it was lunchtime or something like that. When he went up there, it sounded like he was dead up here, but so he couldn't hear himself. But it sounded great. Not here. It was a huge church, right? And he said he got up on stage, and I remember this. He said he got up on stage and he was like, I prayed, but I could hear myself speaking into the mic. And I believe this is the way that it should be. And we'll kind of go through, press forward to be like, look, as far as how loud the monitor, look, because at the place where at the stage he was at, they didn't have monitors pointing at the stage. All the monitors were pointing this way. Everything else was fine. I like this one. I can't remember who's the last one to use it, but That was pretty low. I realized this much. I know why our adjustments came in though. Different people not singing into the mic. I got going through and having confidence speaking on the mic is different. Okay, so online we're good, but we'll still keep listening just to make sure, because I don't want to assume the next two mics are good and they're not, and we don't want that. And then I gotta adjust those, and then while I adjust the lights up here, can you start working on the sound? Not the sound. The video, to see if we can't get, because it keeps saying it's not connecting for whatever reason. I don't know if we need to go through and just reset whatever, but even if the thing is we're getting one camera to work and the other two aren't. So I think it's the cameras, and we need to make some adjustments. Let's push it all the way up. Okay, so then what it says is pull it all the way back down. In the mic. Everyone, thank you so much for outfitting and dressing the chairs. They are immaculate. They're amazing. And what we're going to do is okay. So I guess that's what we can address, because it now sounds, do you kind of hear it? It's kind of like that raspy. So let's turn the gain all the way down and now start adjusting our highs, mids, and lows. So that then, so turn the slider volume all the way up, and then we will start just bringing me up on highs, mids, and lows evenly. And what I like about the Line 8 is you could just do like a little tick, and it'll light up the next little square over and 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 over. I thought I would run out of things to say. Yeah, but I got to connect those lights in the middle, and then the middle of you, the middle of me, the middle of these shoes. I almost started singing Gorillas, but they have a new album. I don't know if they have a new album. Well, I know Is that everyone? Everyone that's here in the sound of my voice, they gotta get a blessing. They came here for a blessing. Move out of my way, sir. You can't be in my blessing way. I kicked, I kicked, I kick and I kick and I kick and I sleep and I go back to kicking. So um now I think this one depends on voice and how it comes through, but we're gonna try to make it even. So could we? Is the slider all the way down? Where are you at? You working on mids? Mid halfway? Can you turn? So what were you trying before? High. What were you on before mid? Okay. The slider. Um. Ooh. Okay. So I guess we're trying to get a crisp. There we go. Our aim is to get a crisp sound that no matter how not how far away my voice is, because most of the professional people that I see, they go through, they speak directly into the mic, and there's not a problem. Whether they go through, they get handed a lapel, or they use a lapel, and we're still going to go through and get that. They're speaking directly into the mic, where it's like going comfortable. I don't have to force anything, and that's where we can, I guess, that's one of the things Jeremiah said. We don't have to worry about going through and messing with the gain as much. What we'll do is we'll basically stay in our pocket area, so everything else will be fine. Um, but is there a way to get that tanginess out? Because I know we don't have any effects, but do you think it has to do with maybe it's the we know the bass is low and mid, and the high is normally mix the high with the gain. That really causes a lot of ringing, and that sounds a whole lot better and almost even. And it sounds really good. So I don't know what you adjusted. So what did you adjust? Okay, good. As long as we do we have that written down? Well, it's the reason I say have it written down is because I need help too. So when I go back there, I can't remember everything, but I know I can read. At least I hope I can read. But if it raises online, that's good. And I think the reason online is coming through is because of the effects you put on it through OBS. You know how you went to gain and you boosted it up? That's probably why it's still. No, I'm saying we're getting a clear online sound, how you're hearing right now, because you put the gain on through OBS. That's why we're getting it clear now. So, meaning we don't have to mess much with it, anyways. But the Yamaha controls online as much as in house, but now they're just working together, which is good. So, if we get them balanced, we're straight, bro. That's it's a good thing. I think we're good on testing. Well, this does sound good to me, but we'll have him go through and have it to see if it's testing good for him. But if you mess with the Yamaha, that's good because I should move on to the next mic, and we should get the same sound. Did for this mic? Did you are the highs, mids, and lows even, or is it adjusted? Yes, because I know that we started to mess with the Line 8, but then you went back to the Yamaha, which is a great idea, huh? But this yellow one does. So we fixed. Okay, so we sounded okay. So that means, guess what we have to do? We have to go back. Have to go backwards now. So if this sounds okay, but that other, so then at least we can know what problem is with what mic to get an even sound, which is okay. that means it changes the sound of everything else. It, well, yeah, the light went on. So we'll test to see how we come through the speakers now, and if yes, yes, okay. Boy, if we mess with one, guess that messes with the rest, right? I'm glad we're going backwards now. We can check to see, we can literally write down what's wrong with kind of each mic so that we can balance everything out. Because if let's say something comes in and it fries the board, well then we still need settings, right? And so if we just adjust it from there, okay, so does that mean that you have to now adjust this to what we have the yellow mic to? Let's see if that'll help it. So did you change anything on the Yamaha? Turn the gain back to what it was, because we didn't have to mess with the gain until something else. So if we mess with the Yamaha, whatever we have to change, we'll start from the Yamaha, go to the line 8 and make our adjustments from there. So can you set the green mic, huh? To the green mic is the same where the yellow mic is? The Yamaha. No, but that we fixed the yellow one though. Does that make so? Oh, I get it. Good. So does the green one have? Does the green one have this? Does the green one have the same settings on the line 8 as the yellow? So if you switch between the two, are there any differences? And if there is, the gain is higher. Can we just? Is there any other differences? Really? Wow. Okay. So let's try to set. So so then you could be able to hear me. So it's okay. So then I'm gonna switch out and see how it sounds, because I'm not getting as much volume on this one as probably this one. So now I'm gonna check. No, it's the same. It's still the same, which is good. What did you do to get this one to work? You changed this. No. You changed the one on the Yamaha, because that's what you said. You said I touched the Yamaha. Is it at the same place? What did you change on the Yamaha? Now it's like this. Okay. Do me a favor. Go back to the Yamaha, change it to what gain you had it at, and we'll go from there. So then we can get through and get a clear sound. And that sounded really good. That's like really good. That's awesome. I'm gonna put this down because it's next to the green, but this one's first. So I should get the same. So we're good then. Perfect. We didn't have to start changing until we start to get to this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back one more. Rest and everything will be testing right, or at least the sound will be good. Yes. Uh, is way lower. Okay, so can yeah on I th- I th- I thought we said everything, like just everything was low. Oh, because I'm going backwards. Okay, go ahead. Yes, sweet. So then we can get some clear sound, and everyone in the sound of my. Okay, so then that's good. Then we're good with gain. So then we don't have to go through and modify that. Now, So now we'll skip over to what is after green, right? Because oh wait, we have to go back one more. Yep. No, it's on. And is it louder than, okay, wow. So let me test something. As if I was on this one, which is good. So we're getting the same. We don't have to adjust much, but at least we're running through it. And thank you, because I need help running through it anyways. So then we'll try again to see which is the one that's going to be good from each other. So now we have pink and blue. It's super hot. Honestly, I opened it and I thought maybe there's some settings on the inside of it, but I was like, nah, it doesn't seem like it's working right now. So if this is the effect we're getting, guess what we get to do? We get to move on to the one that's after green. What's the one that's after green? I don't know if there is a saying currently going. Does this sound muffled? Did we turn up the gain as in everything else? Not yet. So let's turn up the gain. And I wanted to ask, what is? It's kind of like it's new boo, new you. Is that how it is? No, it's not a new boo, new you. What is? It's kind of like it's something new, something new. It's really short. I'm gonna go through and test it this way as everything else. So as long as we go through and we have everything, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds a whole lot better or louder than this one right here. But I got to make sure that I'm using the same. How does it sound to you? That's better. It sounds the same to you. So even when I go through and I'm switching off the mic, then you can go through and be. Matter of fact, close your eyes. And we're gonna see if it's the same mic, regardless of if it's sounding a little higher or not. How does it sound? How's it sounding to you right now? Does it sound like I'm even switching? Or if I'm going low or high or high or low, or it just always sounds the same? That's the good then. This one does have batteries. And okay, so then we got that, and as long as we go through and we pick it up to the well, yeah, the light came on. So is this the same to the no? It is quieter? Okay. So at least we can, but it is quieter? Maybe it's just me. Hold on. I want to go through and test it and see which one I'm going through and talking to or talking on. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. So if it's at the same gain, okay. As in like the slider? Is there a way that you can give me more volume? Or is the volume all the way up? The volume isn't all the way up? Okay, so then, I thought we were testing this at full volume. I thought we were testing all these at full volume, but I didn't know that. Uh huh. So, was it the slider that you turned up? Okay. Okay, so then here's the reason I want to test that is because when people come to practice and everything else, or not Candace and them, but like when people start using this as a stage, as a place to go through and sounding it and sound like the last thing that we need is some Yeah. Yeah, to say that some drummer, some singer to be up. No, we don't want you up there at all. So if that's the sound that we're getting from either of these, I am getting the same volume. These probably are the best, which is good. So what we can test now is going high on the volume so that we can test our limits, because now we can hear, which is good because we brought it down. And if we can hear in-house, bro, if we go through and we bump that up, it's going to be louder. But we still need to test the lapel. Oh, yeah? Is the sliders midway? Okay, so then here, we'll work backwards. We're going to go from orange all the way back, and let's bring it to 75%, 3/4 of the way up, and we're going to see how that is. Go ahead. So we'll go yes. We'll go from the slider up. We're at 75? How does that sound? Hold on. So it sounds clear without it louder, without it crackling. Oh. Which is fine, but if it sounds muffled, when I was messing with the settings, I would take the low like a little bit down because that's where I thought the muffle was coming from. But it might be a mid, and I'm not too sure on the clarity of something coming through in the sound that they're looking for. Now that sounds really. What did you change? The low? The low is higher. Right. So okay, a little bit. So are you turning it up or down? Okay. So did it get rid of the muffle? Like, is it clear without it having to be muffled? That sounds pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't sound muffled, even though I'm just hearing the sound of my own voice and I don't like it anyways, but that's fine. As in you changed all the mics? So you turned it 2+ on this mic. On the rest of the mics too, or no? Which is fine. Am I at 75 though? Good. So if they ask for more volume, this is clear, which is where we're testing. We're going from low to mid, where we're at. We could go like, it doesn't need to be all that. Meaning what we're doing is going back to the basics to say, speak into the mic. Just speak into the mic. If you're over here, no one's going to hear you. Exactly. So, and then I literally put it at the bottom of my chin. And when I'm talking, I don't have to go through and do all this other crazy stuff. Like, maybe I'm not going to lie, we probably need mic holding classes. All right. We're good on sound. And we're good on loudness. It doesn't need to be any louder. We're good on line 2, so we don't need to change that either, which is great. Cool. We're going backwards now. Now, if we changed it, we might not have to change pink. Remember, that's already, all we're going to do is slide that up. What do you mean? Yeah, because it's on the line 8. So we'll go through now. If blue should be mid volume, right? The mid slider, right? So now let's take that up to 75. I guess we should never. It makes sense to be able to make something clear without it having to make it ear bleeding, basically, so that we can get the same results. And so I wonder if those are the same. Yeah, and that's what we're getting. And it's 0 or 2? Like, oh, so you changed it already. So that's our basis, but we'll keep testing every single one moving forward. And I, thought I had an image in my head about Young when he, wow, and then you have to pull it all the way back. So as far as going through and getting excited, we can get excited and be loud. My concern is we've been testing this without those plugged in. The monitors. Because they're like, when I was testing it on the stage, my feet was vibrating. They were that loud. And so basically, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Because now we're getting this out there, but if they don't hear themselves, it's so weird. Like, so I know he has a speaker. Way better, right? From up there, from here. And so even if I'm testing it from here, then I can still feel kind of like from here, which is still low, but we don't get the crackling, which is what we don't want. Now let me plug this in. I just didn't want to adjust the what you call it? I didn't want to mess with the yeah. I didn't want to right. So did that cut it on? Did that make it louder? No, it's the same. Okay. So do me a favor, stand right. No, it's not plugged in either. But I can hear myself. Yeah, I can hear myself like the bass on my voice, like right here. I can hear myself. Yeah, that's hot. And then connected together makes it super hot. That's what's throwing off our sound. So, wow. So, did you turn it all the way down? Yeah, let's do that, because that, man, connecting that is like, yeah, no. Wait. Fine. So I think that one controls that one. So, which is good, because we're testing it, which is fine, but I don't really, like, I'm not gonna lie, we don't need these. I feel it's not the scriptural. I just feel we really don't need these. Because the sound is pointing what? This way, right? And I look at sound like this. Think of a sphere, a sphere, like a ball, like a basketball, coming from the face of this. And it just explodes and it goes like this. But you have sound coming from here doing the same thing going this way. Yeah, so it's fighting, and this is really rattly. But and I'm glad because we drew back on this. Yeah, I'm glad because we drew back on this. If that controls that from there, then I think, that cuts it. That cuts this right here. But so do you think that maybe we can just reduce it by one monitor, and then just take one and put one of these just in the back room, and then we could have just scoot one over here, scoot one here, and then just have like it that way? We won't take it out now. What I'm saying is that because okay, so if that's the kind of sound we're getting and it's clear, it seems to me we've eliminated the process. Which is fine. And what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll have it unplugged too, so that we don't need power running to it, which is good. Now we got to go back one again. This is a good test. So, Yeah. I put it in order like that too. These flowers need These flowers need water. These flowers need water. They're dying. Well, no, no. I said they're dying, not dead. Hold on. I'm getting a. Do you kind of hear it? It's coming. I don't know where it's coming from. It's probably coming from this one. Yep, this one. So I switched mics, and even though it's coming clear here, I'm gonna have to turn it down just a little bit more. So then I'm not going through and fighting with it so much. What was that? Huh? Who called me? Who called me? Who called me? Who called? That one's kind of iffy too. here, but it's fine. And is it clear for you there? Okay, you're right. That's the two other places that I haven't been helping test. It's one thing from being back there, being there, and then being outside. Sound, how it hits your ear, right? And how it's gonna make it sound. So I think we're good. This is at 75 with 2+ on high, mids, and lows, right? No gain. I'm asking, does it have any gain? Bro, we're trying to fight with so much stuff, and then we have like different things not working. So, which is okay, because then we can go through and test it. So we gonna be pretty clear for 2023. Regular green. I'm glad I still got my voice, because I promise you, I felt like I was losing it last night. Oh man, it was crazy. I said it, but then some of the people I know, they were mad because we were outside, right? We weren't inside someplace or whatever, because they wanted to, I'm like, it's all good. Is this 2+ on everything? Oh, let's get it to 75. Let's give it to 75. 65. Yeah, 65. Okay, so now this sounds way louder, and I'm concerned about this. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to go back and mimic off of one compared to the other on how it's coming through, and maybe it's just the how it's coming in from. Do you happen to hear a difference of? Yeah, this sounds louder. Not going to lie. But why? So let's not mess with too many settings, because when we went through the first time, even kind of trying to go back and then getting everything else through, there was no difference between these two mics. They sounded the same. What's the difference? That. So let me see if what's coming through is just coming specifically through this one. It's so loud with this one. Oh. That one too. I'm coming out of there. Yeah, it is, but I'm also coming out of here. Watch. Let me bring it. Yep. Fixed it. So here, I don't want to do too much, but it doesn't need to be that loud either. So it wasn't this, it was here, but of course your dad was like, hey, I hearing the singers and so on. But as we gauge, like me, bro, I promise you, I start losing decibels. Like that's why we have a hearing test in the because they're like, you got to wear like double hearing protection and this and that, and I'm like, I know, I got to do it all the time. All right, so if this is regular green, so is it green then lime green basically, or green and then yellow, right? Okay, so because I turned that down, guess what that does to the rest of them? I have to go back that way now. Go back down, because we were going up. No, I meant for the mics. I have to go back down that way. You don't have to change nothing. It's me. Me, I have to go that way. Yeah. So so we have this covered, and are we 75? So yeah, I have to go back down. Now I have to check. Yep. Look, it's lower, and it's lower because I turned that one down. So what we want is we want to be able to control what we can and not adjust anybody else's. If anything else sounds louder and out of place, it's because they adjusted it, not because us. Because we're aiming to just come in, boop, you good, go for it. And here's what we're going to do. When we hand somebody a mic, guess what they're going to start off at? 75% volume. Because if we go if it's loud enough, if you're low or shy, we're going to pick you up. But the mic situation, the whole premise is, as far as you being scared, I'm sorry, you're going to have to speak into the mic as if you're speaking to someone else. It's voice amplification. So, because because we needed to adjust it, guess what we might need to do? Which sounds awesome. We'll leave it on, but here's what we'll do. On this one, yellow, bring it up 2+ on everything. not on the gain, but high, mids, and lows. And we're going to see how that comes out of these speakers because it still sounds low. And I don't know if probably my ears are plugged or something like that. Like as in the +4. So they're all +4, and I still sound low. Which is good. That's fine. It's just we're just trying to adjust it here. The only reason the reason we're trying to adjust it here is because we had these two. Most of the sound was hitting the left ear, which makes sense. I understand. So if you're standing on here, what are you getting? You're getting the sound from this, and then they say, "We'll turn up the mic." If this ear is more sensitive because this ear is going deaf, not you, man, not you. I'm saying whoever's up here. If it's not an even sound, they're gonna say turn it up. If we cut it now, we don't have to turn up nothing. Speaking to the mic. That's it. Use more of your bass. That being said, we might have to change the gain. Did you change the gain on the orange, right? Are all the gains down? What are the gains at? I'm really trying to remember where a clock is. 10. Really? Okay. I want to get the clearest sound, but not at the price of everybody's ears, not at the price of it needing to crackle, right? So that's the difference. I forgot about that speaker, and if that's the case, we have a sound jumping that way, which causes an interruption with sound coming this way. I want to get these speakers to really hit, because if we just get it at like not studio quality, but like if a band was performing, they'd be like, what's with the sound? And then you start going through and adjusting it to sound whatever you like, but unless you're a professional, you're going to be like, we need to make sure they can hear it, not us. That's why the earpieces and all this other stuff. So start adjusting whatever you need to adjust for this mic, and hopefully we can get the exact same effect going down the line, down the line of mics, so that whatever we need to, so that sounds good higher, but as far as what would we need to adjust, high or mid or low, and between being able to hear it from the seat that I'm sitting in to being able to hear it from up there, because up there is going to sound different. Oh. You ever just, sit on a chair and like just stretch and then just trying to crack your back? Be like, oh, I need my back cracked. Oh. So you got to be higher, but it sounds like that. So I'm trying to remember, what did Jeremiah say about going through? Is just like, you can keep, as long as you just leave it on the slider for volume, we're good, because you don't have to put too much a gain on something so that it doesn't. That's what? The slider's at 100%? So we're getting the exact same effect. Let me try something. Keep it there. We're not gonna mess with anything, because I have to test this over here. Yeah. The thing that you're hearing is that speaker. So anything that I need to hear. So if I need to come in through here, I'm going to try input 3 and see if that's where I'm coming in through. And it doesn't seem like it's input 3. I'm going to try again and do aux input, and that's nothing. And that doesn't seem like anything. And I'm going to test here too. Wait, did you turn this down? You turn it off? I'm trying to test it through this speaker so that when I'm coming through, it's I'm not, yeah, so it's not coming in through crackling. Oh, so I'm coming through now, which is good. I'm just trying to figure out which input it is. So if I can test whatever input I'm coming in through, then I can say, okay, well, we don't need for me to hear. Got it. Input 2. Boy, that's going to sound crisp. I'm happy about it. Is this coming through? Online? How loud? Like evenly loud or weird? Evenly loud?
This is full volume.
He doesn't. We don't need to change this, but if we do need online, we'll just turn it up. But that might change. Can you do me a favor? While I'm doing this, can you turn up the drums on the Yamaha? There's static. There's stuff. It doesn't sound good.
No, it sounds good, but there's still static. Here, like, do it. Oh, I see.
Audio that you can hear through there, out of here too, which is good. So even if it needs to be a little higher, then I can hear myself coming through, which is good. And it could be a little higher, which is fine, but it doesn't need to sound like garbage, which is exactly what I don't want. So what we'll do is let me see. It could be low without it having to be too high, and to see if I'm coming through. So it looks like as long as I put these two even, we're good. And I can go through and basically put this a little higher and then be. Why am I so low? Is it? It must have been some. Yeah, it is something that I adjusted over here. But then the sound through here also gets through here. So we'll go through and we'll get the right sound. Yeah, that's way good. I'm good. Let's cut this. Let's cut this off. Well, I'll leave this speaker on because it's okay. We just won't get anything out of it. So let's get in-house volume now. So am I on in-house? You don't know why it's not like coming through? About testing? About getting low? My thing die? Test, test, test. Yeah, we're getting like no sound, like barely any. Um, I don't know if this has anything to. It'd be weird, but let's test it. Let's test how. Okay, so it seems like this is way bad. I just connected it once. Ugh. Okay, so did we? Yeah, this is way down, and it's fine. Maybe it's just this red light, red light, and we could. What are we doing here? Nope, nope. This is way hot. Is it like a buildup? No, like so the sound. Okay, so the sound that we're getting. Okay, so the sound that we're getting is only from these monitors, but we're not getting. It's hard to hear when we're not getting any sound. We're not getting any sound from here. So then there's interference in this. So if it's crackling, leave it there. I'm gonna keep talking and see if the crackling goes away. So we're gonna test to see if the crackling goes away. Is the crackling still there, or did it go away? So, which is good because I unplugged this one. Was the crackling coming in through our stream? Oh wow. Oh, so you were hearing crackling in house then? Oh, okay. So yeah, I just unplugged this, but this needs to get fixed so that we can get some kind of. I honestly think we've only been getting sound through that back speaker, through the drum. That's it. We That's a big problem because we can't get any sound out of these then. So what is it? Why can't we get any sound out of these? Because if you can hear me online, that's great. But why can't we get any sound out of it? Is a good question. What happened? Oh, it's not on. You've been doing that the whole time, bro. We got it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yep, that's where we were go. You want to know what we were doing this whole time? We were doing this. Only the stage, not the speakers above. So we gotta start from page one. And guess where that starts? That starts with pink. Mm-mm. And we might have to go through and readjust everything. So let's leave these on. And when it comes to the monitors, we'll try to go through and adjust it. But we'll have to switch on and off. Like we'll turn the monitors on, run through that. But before we even get to the monitors, let's go with those first. And at least, when's another day you want to come back in and work on this? You work tomorrow? You want to come in tomorrow? What time? I got the key, bro. You just, okay. Okay, so we did a lot. Let's go through it one time. Okay, what time then? Let me know. I know I have to 9? All right, bet. Yeah. 9:30. 9:30 and I'll go through set my alarm so I can go through being here. And then we can run through this again. But for now, let's go all the way over to the pink. And are those on? I know it's pretty hot. You know why? Because all of our other volumes are that high already. So, huh? Yeah, take it back down to 50. Yeah, it sounds good. So then that means that we don't ever actually have to. We can just play with between 0 and 50. So then that's no gain. But did you would have to adjust excuse me, high, mids, and lows too, because that's what I'm saying. We were making all those adjustments based off of what? This down here, the monitors. Matter of fact, just that speaker, because this one was way high. And it's way hot. Not hot. I'm saying, man, that sounds so good. That's Zero gain, 100%. Zero. The what? Are at two. Bring it zero. Zero amount. There's the lowest you can go is one. Really? You, yeah, 12 o'clock. I thought, yeah, that's zero. Or that should be zero. So, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. 100% no gain, no highs, no mids. It sounds clear, and we're only at 50. We don't even need. Oh, it's 100. Oh, okay. Um, there's so while we're on this mic, what is coming through is a fuzz. Let that. So let's try to figure out. You're gonna turn those down individually or just a little bit. So if we're at 100% and they need to go through into here, oh, that's right. We don't need max volume. We just need to control how high it. Oh, yeah, that's good. Look at that. Psh, you got it. Bro, we're almost there. Not going to lie. But if I get excited, you hear the at the end? So let's try to get that. So I think the Yamaha's good, but we will adjust. We're like high, mids, and lows is what we're adjusting. Oh, okay. Just to slide ourselves. So we're at 80. Oh, 80 is really low. Okay, so what? How? So we got rid of the fuzz, but we didn't get rid of the fuzz. We turned all we did was turn on the volume without dealing with the fuzz. So that's right. Look on your phone. Let me look at my phone and see if I can't find how to deal with white noise coming through mics. I gotta go through and test this out. You know. But what? What? It's just like it's just like what? I don't know how it is. How? Ooh, you have a great day too. I'm so glad I can go through and send you a text, and we're going through and we're testing the audio system. And I love you, mwah, child, mwah. Yes, your makeup looks great. And guess what? Happy New Year's a new year, right? It's a new year. It's crazy. I love it. I love you. I love Kenyon, and I hope this lighting get better because this is pretty. It's crazy. Awesome. So, I think we ran through a couple of things, and let's pick this up tomorrow, 9:30.